Hi everyone and welcome back to the Brick Bods. If you haven't already, don't forget to subscribe to our channel. You join me today for an update on the organisation in our Lego environment. So not just the studio today, I am going to be going up to the Lego room as well. It's been about a month since I last posted. I showed you the mess we had in the studio. That was because we were mid trying to get everything ready for the Swindon show that we were doing. So it's been about a month since that and I have made progress. So first I'm going to update you on the trolleys. So I'm just getting ready to film my lighthouse video, and as you can see the floor is a lot better. It's not fixed, there's still some pieces under here, but there's a lot more space now, and I'm actually using my wheels trolley solution even. So I've got all the sets we've built recently, so we've got all the Avatar sets here and the Winter Village set for this year on the other one that was previously on the table and now is not. So I would say it works. These are obviously smaller sets, so I will keep going, trying this out until I get to a bigger set. We've got the Lion Knight's castle to build soon, so hopefully I can get that built and see whether putting it on those trolleys is a option. But yeah, I'm happy, and I think over this side of the room with these two sort of in there, it looks a lot less cramped than when they were over on this side, because they were essentially just blocking those other drawers. So that's definitely where I want them to stay, over on the other side. There you go. Now, after I recorded that video, we had a little bit of a saga with the electricity tripping, and behind those trolleys is where our fuse box is. So I had to keep getting into there to put the electricity back on, and whilst I was moving the trolleys, it was quite a good test of the trolleys because I had to move them quite a few times, and if they sit for too long they make a little bit of a dent in the carpet, so that first push to get them out of the way needs to be slightly harder to get them off the carpet and start rolling. And during that I did drop the entirety of one of the Christmas Village buildings, and I've lost some of the pieces for that. They've gone somewhere in the room, so hopefully by the time I next do a recording I will have found those pieces, put them back, and also I will have had a chance to test a larger set because we haven't built any large sets since last time. I didn't want to wait for this update because there is stuff to update you on. So that's the trolley update. I also would like to show you my cupboard because this week I've been tidying up my cupboard. So let's show you my backlog cupboard upstairs in the Lego room. So in an effort to get organised yesterday, I attacked this backlog cupboard. So let me show you what I've changed in here. Now, I think I may have a Lego Friends problem. I don't know if anyone else has a whole shelf of Friends sets. Maybe. But yeah, there's my Friends sets. They're all now on there. So that is literally all the sealed Lego Friends sets that we have all together. I catalogued them and updated brick set to make sure I knew exactly which ones I've got, and I'll show you that in a second, what I've actually done with my brick set to make that better. Then we've got Harry Potter to the left and Creator, Disney, Miscellaneous, City to the right. I wish I'd taken a before picture actually of the cupboard because it had got out of hand. Then down the bottom we've got the oversized sets, all these ridiculous promos, there's so many of those, and then in there are sort of all the elf sets. I do need to bring a few more of those up. But it's now, these first two shelves are all on brick set, and I can show you that in a second. I'm much happier now that I can see it all organised. So after going through every single set in my cupboard and tidying them up, I've taken a photo of every single set number and I put every single one of them into brickset to make sure that I did have them there. And as I was going through, if I already had it, then I added it to a brick list. So I can see at a glance now all of my unbuilt sets. So everything that is in that cupboard. Now, obviously this is going to need to be updated. So every time I build a set, I need to take it off this list. But what it means is I can look at a glance, what have I not built, without going all the way up to the Lego room. So when we're trying to plan a stream and we're thinking, right, what can we build? I can just go like this, whee, and see them all at a glance and go, right, okay, I'm going to build that and that. And then I can send Ian up to get them because I'm lazy. Or if I'm thinking, oh, right, I need a present for one of my daughters, birthday time, I can have a look at this list, see what I've got, know that it's in present condition because they're sealed sets, and go and get it, wrap it up, bring it down. So I'm hoping that this is going to help with planning and things. Turns out I have 65 sets in that cupboard unopened. That doesn't include things like the promos. I didn't put those in. My knees were hurting and I couldn't be bothered. So yeah, just a suggestion of something you could maybe do is use the brick lists. And lastly, because I feel like it needs doing, I'm going to head up to the Lego room and do a quick tidy up there and take you with me. So I started the video with a big mess. This isn't the big mess because this is the Lego City, it looks quite nice. But there is another big mess, so I may be getting on top of the studio, but the Lego room itself is not looking great. Mainly Ian and the kids, and me then bringing up parts and just dumping them on the floor here. So the girls are playing with the Frozen Castle and whatever else is on the floor there. And then there's loads of parts in that standing hole. Got a bit of a cable issue going on over there, but I'm going to ignore that. So one of the techniques I like to do for the rest of my house is I take a before picture and then I spend 10 minutes and then I take an after picture and I look to see how well I've done. So that's exactly what I'm going to do here. We'll play spot the difference. So maybe we'll do a before video versus before picture. So this specific space is the one that I'm going to try and solve and get all of those parts out of that space. So 10 minutes and I will let you know how I get on. So I don't think it's going to be very hard to spot the difference game, because what I actually did was drop all the pieces on the floor and I spent most of the time tidying that. I've essentially just moved these around the corner and all I've done is put some Duplo away. So I'm going to do another 10 minutes, I think, because I really need more progress than this. Okay, another 10 minutes has passed. This spot the difference is just not worth it, is it? So hopefully you notice that the big pile of carrots and carrot tops is now gone. I sorted those out. I put all the plates that I could find in this box, so it's slightly less full than it was, into the drawers. And all that's left is sort of bricks to go away. The drawers are just not going to work. So we've got one thing of drawers in there. It's got 5 drawers in it, and we've tried to segregate it. So you've got plates, I think, then bricks, then things like leaves and flowers and stuff, and then tiles. So there's one drawer per type of thing. We have a second set of drawers over in that other standing hole over there, which has got minifigures, Duplo, and then a couple of slopes, and then I think a couple spare. We're going to need more than one drawer per item. I'll show you the plate drawer. It's full, and it's full of all different types of plates. You've got 1x1s, actually maybe not 1x1s because they're too small. I put those in a small parts drawer, which is actually in this cupboard here, this one. So 1x2s, 1x4s, 2x2s, 2x4s, like 8x6s, 16x16, any plate, it's in there or still on the floor. And it's just crammed, so it needs something doing. So maybe I will look at where else we can put some drawers in, maybe, and a better way of doing that. But that's my 10 minutes done, or technically my 20 minutes done. And I'm going to tick that off my list and give up, because it's not a fun job, and doing it for more than 10 minutes isn't my cup of tea. So maybe I'll do a 10-minute thing every day next week and see how close we can get to perfection. But I think the lesson I've learned is don't leave Ian up here with the kids, because he just allows them to dump whatever things they have to hand while he's trying to work on what he actually wants to work on. So maybe some more supervision of the 3 children is required. So let me know in the comments below if you've got any tips for me on how to get this actually organised. I really think it's something we need to get sorted to be able to function better as a Lego family, because that is what we are. We do have a lot of Lego in the house, and we need it to be in a state where it doesn't hurt us, literally and mentally. If you want to see any of our other organising or behind the scenes videos, I'll link those up at the end. So until next time, don't forget to like and subscribe so you never miss an update. See you later.